yeah, the game I promised yesterday was delayed. So now I'm playing something else. Have fun with this. Oh, that's loud. Yeah, I've seen this a few times already. I always wanted to play this. So yeah, I promised a dating sim. Here's a dating sim. And this is the... do I want to reveal my true name? Do I want to? The answer is no. So I will use my persona's name. I am not creative, in case you did not know. So yeah, the Colonel Sanders dating sim. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the windows of your modest student apartment, and the game is probably a lot louder than it should be. Once again, you sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up. Now! 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 The first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack that clock up at them, or throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. Now, I need to wake up for something like this. Can't waste the time. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You need to take this seriously, or you allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. No, I need to take this seriously. Cooking is something very important. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. I wholeheartedly agree. One of my personal you bust through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. So, something personal about myself. I think cooking is very important. It is one of the skills I am absolutely going to learn at some point, and I'm going to get professional help. Yeah, I'm going to cooking school at some point in my life. It is one of my highest goals, actually. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Just what you need to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School. Here comes your lifelong best friend, however, Miriam. She's the most adorable, awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. She's cute. Good morning! Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? The first day of the rest of our... What a strange way to put this. Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the... I'm just that This morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, I ate it. When I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies, playing and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with the university's famous 3-day only wait, what? 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching. Did it just say 3-day semesters? a sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Okay. Oh, I love every second of this. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some small relief? Yeah, if that was me, I would change the subject because I am not good at this. No fucking way. It's hard to see her like this, and frankly, you're quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you try and change the subject to something more interesting. All summer, you've been hearing rumors about the dreamy, enigmatic mystery student who is enrolled at the school. Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Now, what about the mystery student we read about the school message board? Any new deeds? Oh, get this, I heard his name is Harland, and he's no ordinary student. They say he has powers. He's had them ever since he was born. From an egg? An egg, like a chicken? Don't be ridiculous. But that's the thing about having powers. It would line up with some of the other rumors I've heard. Like, I heard he once fought a bear with just his smile. You both sigh, thinking about a student so handsome that the laws of physics don't dare apply to him. Dreamy. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! I believe it's Ashley. who writes Ashley like that? Your arch rival, Ashley. I can't get over this name. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave him alone. They're perfectly normal shins. I don't like saying names like that. That's why I keep abbreviating it. I can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that's actually Ashley, but she's had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone else. Wait, so her actual name is Ashley, but she changed her name to this abomination to feel special. What a character. If anyone here knows what perfection looks like, it's us. Miriam, please stop it. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van, the man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van Van, you rang. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more deep. I almost read that as deviant. Devious. I can't believe that university would ever allow people like you to enter the students. One moment, please. My sister's annoying. Anyway, I can't believe that the university would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. What a bitch. Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just no time to properly tell these two off. So you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Shh! See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Did he just fart? Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you. My name's Pop. I was named after my Pop-Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob. But I guess he's reading it upside down. Yeah, as expected of children 5 years and below. Hi Pop, I'm Proto. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Aww. Is it just me, or is he kinda cute? Kinda for a child, I guess. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of class. Adorable. Yeah, I knew about this part. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonable cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? Nobody's actually wondering why he can talk, but okay. You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of the school. Oh my god, this pose. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. I guess that's true. Out of nowhere, wind began to rush around you, and swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close the door. And then he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harlan. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkle. Sorry, Professor Dog. before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders, if you will. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat began to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be the sweaty sweats. What the fuck, Ashley? Maybe we should open that window back up before faucet pits melts into a puddle of evaporates and... What the fuck, man? You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class, and what is it with all your really weird insults? I clean myself up. It's a good thing you didn't forget about the deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy with the greatest name in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable tiny food. And when it's all said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and complete the broom cooking arena. Oh, what was that? I didn't completely see the facial expression. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Oh, hi. Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! That's the face. Look at the beans. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue. You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school, but with you as my teacher. Yeah. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referring to, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class bursts out in laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Beef? Chicken? Or a play toy? I know that chicken is my favorite, so he's not getting that. And he seems a little too smart to be playing with a rubber ball. You reach beneath your apron and return with a small bit of jerky in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. Beef? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I would never eat that. You clearly do not belong here. Please remove your apron and then remove yourself from this class and this school. Wait, what? It seems you've reached the end of the line. Chef, the proverbial game over. What? Um, let's try again? Please don't tell me I have to go through everything again. Okay, fast forward, please. Faster, please. Chicken, I guess, even though it's my favorite. His favorite! Well, well, well. Looks like we have the same taste. I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they would have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. What the fuck? I love this so much. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me if you're interested. Oh, it's so clear I'm so sitting next to Colonel. You move to take a seat next to Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfectly upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me the seat. I've only had two rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishment, of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. This incredibly important and surprising short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus even sharper. Oh my god, look at the face. Here comes question number 1. If a train is traveling to point B and if train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Okay. Importance of washing your hands. Of course. Absolutely doesn't matter. No, of course. That's right. It matters a lot. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather? Night vision goggles. A slam dunk. Yeah, of course. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A spork, a meat tenderizer, or a comically oversized fork? Oh, I just have to. You know I have to. That's wrong, sadly. What food is best for a broken heart? Pancake that looks like a silly face? Camel meat? Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Yeah, I believe that's pretty much it. I can basically enjoy anything when I'm down. Unless it has raw onions. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? No. Yes. He's a talking dog teacher at the culinary school. He is the bestest of boys. Total score 4 out of 5. Only one wrong? Not too shabby. You might just do alright, kid. You look up to see the Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He nods with approval. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch! Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Yeah, when I ever go to a cooking school, I want it to look like this. Like, honestly, maybe with a little bit more comfortable chairs. They look really hard. They look like everything is made of plastic. I don't like this. But everything else looks pretty nice. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. Shh! Lunch! She said shh! In honor of a new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? I have a feeling I know what it is. It's this. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you. You begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept, at least in this universe. I always wanted to go to a KFC, but there's none nearby, sadly. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. My calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. You motherfucker! How can you not tell us about this extremely delicious looking chicken? What do you think we want your stupid recipe, dude? Puh! Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him? He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. What the fuck is that face? You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame for cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. That bitch. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any, I'll take this. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try. He takes one bite, and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing! Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. What do I do? Focus my mind and meditate on this moment, trying to identify every flavor, or savor the moment and the and everything that tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart, or swim towards the light. If it was me, I would probably try and savor the moment. I need to elongate this moment forever. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Along alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for a flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try and get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach him. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was that chicken? How bold of you to come out and ask. It's an idea I've had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. Here's the chicken staff from the intro. It's just like you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. Yeah, because that's a lot of time. Here's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You feel his warmth as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow, I would have never guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. Let me guess. It's flour. Nah, I have no idea what it could be. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared, while everyone else is still in the cafeteria. You decide to look for him. You find him outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again, howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after graduating. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say, the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea and add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Or be modest and thoughtful. I'll just go with myself here. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoy your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Proto. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. We get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is? Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Wanna be my partner? Sure, I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep boop. Oh my, 2 potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Bride duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask Miriam's partner to be? It is a very hard decision, if I may say so myself. It's like choosing the lesser of 2 evils. I have a feeling that Pop will mess something up. But Clank, on the other hand, will not be helpful in any way because he has no arms. Now, what is worse? Having an incompetent teammate or a lazy one? I believe I'd rather have a lazy teammate. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Werp, werp, werp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. I agree. I actually agree. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders, and the panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you 2 will be fine. Now it's time to focus on our own cooking classwork. Alright, you 2. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Actually, no, you don't use 2 flints. Because if you strike flint on flint, it creates cold sparks, not hot ones. I'm such a nerd sometimes. Anyway, if it wasn't obvious, since I'm playing a fucking dating sim with Colonel Sanders as the main love interest. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow his mind. Or your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. I personally hate seafood. I can't stand it. No, I just can't. it's even really hard to eat fish for me. Steak tartare is too fancy. No, it's too fancy for me. Mashed potatoes and gravy is every commoner's dream. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe something simple. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. You'd better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? Ugh, no, jeez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Proto's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That's the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of what's with the music? Arms full of peeled potatoes. He tossed them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends, quote unquote. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looks like Proto was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach. Maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Huh, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubt whatsoever that Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel Sanders, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. This is quite a coincidence with me being a living toaster and everything. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunkus, in your time of need, or turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. I shouldn't lean on him for all of these things. I bet my friend Miriam can do something about this. She knows Ashley after all. You turn to Miriam. As soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need, Radar, is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them. Actually, I think that Ashley and Van were just leaving you in the dust. Vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Proto is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn, those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in tension of the moment, your hand has been cooking on autopilot, distracted by the dream you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture. With plenty of butter and cream for flavors, it's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps. You know so well while your attention was elsewhere. Damn, I wish I could do that. Just have a conversation and cook at the same time. Or more like a battle of wits while cooking. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Looks very tasty. I'd love a bite. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for a small moment, all of the madness and pressure in the crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift the head and lift the heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the spork full of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. What the fuck are you doing there? No! Van, do something, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on, right there! We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. With that, I do agree, Mr. Sprinkles. I mean, Mr. Dog. I hate wasting food. It's so awful. Seeing something just go to waste. Sadly, I can't eat as much as my family creates, and a lot of it goes to waste, and I feel sad about it a lot of the time. Can I has potato face? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic! In just a few minutes I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus with my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on battle axe blade forged by supreme chef ancestors. I guess if it looks stupid, but it works, maybe it ain't stupid. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and maybe have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. Oh. Okay, it killed him! Everyone, step back! Don't take another bite! When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being sloughed up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then it almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. How the hell does he know how poison tastes? The entire class gathered to watch Pop's final moment. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. Huh. I'm not sure the professor here makes enough money. I do agree. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that by that really annoying student and all of his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. He fucking died. How is that nonsense? I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please let me walk you home. Oh, with pleasure. But let me drink something first. I'm getting a sore throat. And on we go. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark, and more than a little spooky. Wait, wasn't it just like noon? Or maybe afternoon? And the cooking contest was like 30 minutes at most, because mashed potatoes don't take that long. And obviously the octopus was rushed. How the hell is it midnight? Anyway. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights, I can absolutely see that. He is buff as fuck. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up. I'm the one here who says inspirational stuff, and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The sport monster. I'm here to fight a hero? What the fuck? I think I left the fridge open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid, very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence! What will you do? Let's go on the offensive. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset the Spork monster. Spork monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. What do I do? I'm afraid of what he'll do next. I'll try defending. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation? I don't know what that word means, but whatever. You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure. You do you. The Spork monster focused their mashed mind and draws an energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack it while it's weak. You decide to go on the attack. Cook with Love again. It does 1 damage. The Spork monster is no quitter. Buffed up already, ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork monster uses Ulti-Tensile. You take 2 damage. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Attack him again. You decide to go on the attack. Cooking with Love deals 1 damage once again. The Spork monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, the Spork monster prepares its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons an energy, the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power pinch. It does 10 damage. Holy crap, that's a lot. The Spork monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork monster spews steam into the night. Now, should I finish it off or spare the wretched beast? We can't leave that thing alive. It might attack other people. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. You ready your final attack? You'll never survive my student at lone destruction. It deals 10 damage. The Spork monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, Proto. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library of library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it is Borko? Borko. That sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hand. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Especially in anime. Oh my god, it's fried chicken! You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you've had. Were they memories? Or premonitions? And then, there, was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you about. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We've got to talk after class, and we got to talk after class, and we got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular. He was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. Wait, what? He was voted the prom school at the school he didn't go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. Did he transform into a car and drive himself? What? I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with the new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend the university. You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real? Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Her eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical gardens where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that it did him a big favor. I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them here. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyway, both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet you would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be of much use to anyone. Please, please, please! Oh, it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? No, I can't betray his trust. I'll make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Nude? I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Nude? Wow! Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossoms fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a horse. Do I stand back and admire his majestic glory, or do I run to him? Honestly, if someone rode into school with a horse, I'd be absolutely dumbstruck. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on the rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You're so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beauty you have. What a horseful beat you have. Dang it. That's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, he just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. They got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile, as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van. They're doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature, or act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. I'm really curious. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class. And you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn? Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world makes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it is that they were doing, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pa pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch him in his mouth? Excuse me, what the fuck? We're playing! Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts! You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Zzz. Vroomp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Boom, boom. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks him, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourself. Save it for the arena at least. Oh, don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal that the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. And he's moving on a pedestal. I need more to drink. New bottle of water. So, my opinion of the game so far, really fun. It's really fun, it's very goofy, I like it. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. That we have in common, dear chef. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why, in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed the name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. Then you come to Sprinkles. When you come to Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Proto? Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, or a dog biscuit? I am not a dog myself, sadly, because corgis are cute as hell. I recently stopped eating spicy food. Okay, so little backstory of myself. About a year ago, maybe even 1.5 years ago, I really don't remember. I got infected with COVID. And I got all the usual symptoms, a little coughing, loss of smell, loss of taste. And the only thing that has never returned is my sense of taste. I still don't have it, Well, it hasn't. It has returned a little bit. Like, it has to have an extreme taste for me to even sense it. And due to that, I started eating a lot of spicy things. And recently, I stopped it because it was just too fucking painful for me. Like, I really like eating it, but the day after is always a horror because of stomach cramps, because I eat too spicy stuff, and going to the toilet is just awful. So I'll just take the glass of water and be done with it. You grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp, like the purest snow melted by mountain spring. Hey, that was mine! It was my favorite You owe me 6. What the? What? And you've got excellent taste. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time or step up and tell them, you're on. If I ever learn how to cook, this is going to happen. A bit of a lunchtime competition? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Good one, Van. I like your gumption. Proto? I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students. Please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. Let me make a small prediction. He'll tell them to do this in the arena. At least not until we turn on the timer. Prediction was wrong. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Ooh! No, I can't do that too loud. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, it was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and you had mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1. And you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potato again? Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature? Boiling water is 100 Celsius. That's right, but how would you have even gotten into the school without knowing that? Hello, Yuki! Welcome! I have not had someone that watches in a long time. How are you doing? I just barely saw that message. Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need you're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices does he use? 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers you the most flavor? Gratitude, vigilance, or trust? Trust! That's wrong. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but... Dude, it's so fucking not... What do you mean it's buffing? Oh, buffering. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Can't do anything about that. That is probably a problem that you have to solve yourself. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice. You draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? Shoulder. Fuck. I can't read that fast. That's right. It is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Ooh! You try and shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sound of success? Sizzling, bubbling, or silence? Sizzling. No? Don't make me get the spray bottle. Was it bubbling? You notice Colonel Sanders out in at the corner of your eyes. I believe in you. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you make you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would... What were you thinking? Get your mind together into the competition. You are stranded on desert island with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. The question is... what did I can't read that fast. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken delicate biscuits? Woof! Woof! You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer, and as you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Zzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have hands, but he does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way, and you don't get far by doing it the easier way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into a mixer to rescue the dough before it's overmixed. No! You're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately pressed. What the fuck? There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest. What do you mean the rest of the match? You won't be able to use it for the rest of your life. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of his injury. You see Sprinkles behind lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetheart, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask him to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Holy shit, that looks actually good. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Gelée? Whatever. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed at it, as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger onto his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel, or put yourself between them. I'm not as rude as Ashley. Your rage burns so intently in your eyes that they burst into what? The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire, and you turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run to the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult inside of you. A storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try and hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from a run-in with the mixer and that small fire. You should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man that you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I bet it takes a lot of effort to keep it that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician? I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been like this. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best that I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember every failure can be a stepping. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as the moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the spork monster. Grrrl. Heroes pork monster. It's here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? No, I can't let him be like that. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we've already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin. And I, Gorko, am here to avenge him. Are you stronger than him? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what he's saying. I think what he's saying is can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got those pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. You toss a biscuit into Gorka's open mouth, and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil student who once up and turned me into a creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? No, I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student at the school, until one day some mean kid with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. Orca used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Proto, together I'm sure we can defeat them. Comes back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Come back to... What? Hideaway? A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. But it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping into Sanders' home surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. That's quite a nice urn. Is that a deceased loved one? Maybe his parents? I don't know. I like the chicken statue. And the view is gorgeous. He has a good house. I like it here. I'd live there myself. The woodwork is also pretty beautiful. Wait, is that Baby Sanders? Baby Colonel Sanders. he had the glasses and the goatee from birth. What a man. It looks like you live such an exquisite life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipe of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. That is something I disagree with. You should stop working at some point and take a break, otherwise you'll burn yourself out. I know some people that did, and it is not good, and it's not beautiful. You do not want to see that or feel it at that point. At that matter. Well, there is something. It's just it's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish he might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? Oh, we're absolutely revealing it to him. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. I don't know what that is. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxury hideaway. Magnificent! Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You mean at a time when it's rotten? You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotion. Tap on items to discover more about the kernel. I want to see what this urn is. You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Oh, okay. Poor guy. Not quite as sentimental as I thought, but still something important, I guess. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the counter table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped into the chicken's foot reads, "The true state of bird of the great state of Kentucky." Is that a light switch? He actually had the goatee since birth. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? I believe I should do that the last. A scented candle. You pick it up and try and identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched color? Piece of wood flake floating in a lake. Summer of '69? No. It's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... If I'm honest, the gap is pretty huge, and for some reason my first thought was cinnamon. I don't know why. I don't believe that goes into chicken at all. Oh, it's a hair comb. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb, whatever. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just a silvery color. It's actually made of spun silver? Wait, is Colonel Sanders' hair made of silver? Is that why he can afford this? Because he just keeps selling his hair? You gaze out of the window across the vast lake and the mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of the student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a conquest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack, and the ghost of the student is swept out with a breeze. The poor guy! Poor guy. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man, visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. Oh, it's a safe! You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial 11, 11, 11, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? I believe it's not possible, because that would mean you would slice it up raw. And I don't want to have salmonella. Anything else glittering? No. You open the door to the you open the door to the colonel's closet and find a row of signature white suits hanging within. You take one off the hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they mean? That is really creepy. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. I'm not telling him the truth. Maybe? You decide that now is your moment to make... It is not a moment. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots closer to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run from the door. But the thought of leaving him in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you a pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. If you're right, we should take things now, slow. Talk late into the night and drift into a slumber. Dream sequence! I love this transition screen. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient that you just learned about. In some jurisdiction, it isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Okay, what spices are illegal? I have to look this up. Oh, I just realized something awful. No. No. I forgot to record everything. I guess it'll just stay as the stream. Never mind. Okay. Let's look it up. Illegal spices. Dorch. I don't know what that is, but the name is too short. Okay, apparently there's a drug called spice. Dangers of illegal spices and bath salts. Poison control. Oh no. No, it's about the drug again. Okay. Apparently, if you look for illegal spices, you'll only find the drug. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift of cookery? Take him down a peg or flatter him? Let's flatter him a little. You know, I think you might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking about you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confusion by your feelings. You're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one hell of a night. I've been desperate to talk about it to you, but I couldn't find you. I got worried. That something had happened to you. It's okay, But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get up to speed on the saga with Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe it. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he's asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, You'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time with together, getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her the whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own nights is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with him is wrong, I don't want to be right. And after a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right now. I have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a tree. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone of your own? Was that an innuendo with the swirly? Was it? I don't know. Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Proto, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fists, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Wait, I still have my fingers. Damn. Wait, I didn't go to the hospital after breaking my hand in a mixer. I must be in the US. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears. Things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Proto, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hand, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me? I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more about your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, Proto. Annoyed by Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance in an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley. You take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Oh fuck, are we going to curse her? Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I have an answer for that. And it's called role-playing. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open the page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of an extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use the spell here that says it will erase anyone. What? It will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. This is way too drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. This is not a good excuse. No fucking way. I'm not doing it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. The thing is, even if you wiped your own memory, you would still see Colonel Sanders in the class and you would probably fall in love on first sight again. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. I need to. You reach into your backpack and grab some homework from last semester that you forgot to turn in. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My, Proto, were you studying something with cinema? I have been sitting in on a lecture series about the art of cake baking. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirls of sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. He's very distressed, I can tell. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joanne, J&J forever. Watch us from a triangle in mid-air as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Zzz, zzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joanne with you. You can hold hands. You can hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or a cliff for all I care. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Oh no. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Did he deep fry a sneaker? Clank burps up a completely deep-fried... What a moment. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. True. I need more water. My throat is getting sore. I'm not used to talking so much. Which is also that reason why I stopped that googling every 3-word acronym. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate, you don't say. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam trademark. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. That is very specific, my dear. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me, will you? Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle the first someone who shows a little interest anyhow. That hits a little close to home. That hits home hard. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears off from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup, and I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. Okay. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. That's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off Van Van and the supposed man-man and his eviler counterpart Ashley, with the strange name. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Proto's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes as a second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Proto, what are you doing? There's still time before the exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. That was very short indeed. Ignore it like there was no sound at all, or fess up about your practice dish. Yeah, that was a pretty loud ding in the middle of silence. He probably knows about it anyway. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell. Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a helping of TLC, but it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out now. The moment of truth. Wow! It's the best pot pie you've ever tasted. I've already loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules! That is, except to cook with everything you've got. Okay, let's make some poison. Kill someone else. You step up to the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10. With a frenzy of action, everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Did we just slip into food wars? 'Cause I would not mind at all. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects the ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank goes in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance usurping will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? No, I'm going to do this fair and square. For the Colonel. Who needs magic when you've got passion? Exactly. I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Proto. Miriam notices too. I've always believed in you since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cooking time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you out. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied, and the ingredient was all made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. How fucking stupid do you have to be to do something like this? Like, she thinks that this is... no, she knows that this is supposed to be a secret ingredient for fried chicken. Why is she putting it in a fucking noodle pot? Those are very different dishes. This is not something you do. Just because something is good with one dish, it doesn't practically make every dish better. Even I know that, and I don't know how to cook properly. It is I, Steve the Spark Monster. A third one? Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We Spark Monsters are many. I think Gorko has had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright? Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a crazy cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Huh, yeah, you guessed it. Sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country? You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell you a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in Monster School that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up... He tosses a serious stare at Steve as he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You could summon extra power from deep within yourself, or give up and drop out of culinary school. There's no way I'm giving up now. Not when I'm so far into this. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns What? Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart's pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes! You are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be saved. But don't worry, dear Proto, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. Ouch. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. And you've managed to make it mac and cheese, and time is almost up. So you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. Just so you know, there literally are no rules in this competition, so teaming is allowed. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes upon. And besides, sometimes unexpected combination can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you saying, if we combine forces, we can perform a perfect food union? Time's up, students! With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand up, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hehehe, I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge. See how he didn't cook anything? I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in the in the university's history. But it's not exactly a yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank, where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Yeah, that works. But there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. Well, we'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto maki? A teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl. Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with so much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. He gives you a huge hug. Thank you for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish. I made uni over a smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. What's with him and axes? Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand, doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans into with the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this! It keeps poking my tongue! Disqualified! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified? For glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk, get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Sugar glass is awesome. Sugar glass is extremely beautiful, I like it. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Holy shit, what an insult. What a backhanded insult. Indeed, it is quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something? I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition and at a cooking school. Look at the face. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and I did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam at a cooking school. You didn't realize they were. The layers upon layers of stupidity. That is on a fucking layer. That is on the same layer as Philip from Overlord. Like, holy shit. In case you didn't know, he is the most stupid person you can think of, and then times 10. Anyway, if I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to College of Eating, School for the Hungry. Don't tell me that also exists. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice. Oh fuck, I accidentally skipped. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. Can I go back? No, I can't. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. I don't think fried chicken and cheese go that well together, my man. And yeah. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. That is a very corrupt teacher. I do not like him anymore, but he is still cute and I accept him, as well as his toe beans. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem so transcended this reality. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and the Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive. Even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic force. When they gaze upon the mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There was supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now the school, quote-unquote, year is complete, and everyone has graduated. The students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. I wonder if the ghost also graduated. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Doc in the house! Oh, whoa! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? And Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written into school's bylaw. Is it? Okay. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh. Amusing. He never died. Meaning that the tentacle wasn't actually poisonous. How nice. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more from here on. I prefer that everyone revert to me by my new name, Party Monster. The student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, the student walks off. Maybe things didn't turn out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late at the dance, but apparently for good reason. walking the carpet, you see perched atop the dirty chef's head. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know that you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. Of course, how else could that thing even remotely be able to get into this very sophisticated, obviously, school? The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and the electrical hissing. Uh-oh. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. Yes, you do know what to say. You just did. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote myself to figure out who you really are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. He looks pretty good in a plain t-shirt, I have to say. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. It's time for a full meal. It didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chickens, and man by not reminding the people to go out and buy my chicken. He copied my recipe. Twice. 3 times. The end? No, it's not the end. Okay. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Proto, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head? Oh, I don't know. A spicy mask, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking. Just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you slide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be glad to spend it together with you. Wait, what? How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love? The life of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur! I suppose I could enroll at a pastry school. Oh my, dear. I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually, and along the way, you'll have me by your side. Just a quick question, how will he run 100 franchises by himself? Now it's the end. Okay, that was a lot of fun. Really. Let's watch the intro again. What a game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. And until then, come maybe come look at my YouTube. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.